This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard. Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
You are watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer on the Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching college sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for a special broadcast right here on the Indiana Sports Network. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon alongside Troy Wilson as we have a fantastic soccer matchup for you tonight. Women's soccer with Washington University and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. The game really, based on today's events, really kind of takes a back seat to what this day is all about. It is Brain Cancer Research Day here at Rose-Hulman, and every season, cancer research is really put on front and center here at Rose-Hulman, as it just means so much here at this institution.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Gray Matters, Brain Cancer Awareness Day, as you said. It's a not-for-profit organization. Once a year, come in here. The whole purpose is to kind of, support the study of, how we're going to cure this problem.
That's
that
right.
For years and years has plagued several around here. We got a bee flying around, sorry. But as I said, it's a non-for-profit organization that comes in to gain and empower brain tumor patients and their loved ones through encouragement and personal outreach. It's a great setup. They've got some fundraisers going on today. I think they have a silent auction going on too. All proceeds go to St. Jude, so it's a wonderful day to come out and catch what should be a pretty good soccer match too.
And you really can't beat the weather. Of course, last night for Friday night football was soggy, rainy in a lot of parts of the state of Indiana, but today barely a cloud in the sky, just beautiful sunshine, abundance of sunshine, beautiful blue skies, nice little 80-degree day. I mean, you can't beat today's weather in terms of coming out, enjoying an outdoor activity, and having it for a worthy cause.
Yeah, we always talk about what a beautiful setting it is out here at Rose for
That's right.
where their soccer field's located on
Yes.
campus. You're surrounded by trees, and it's just beautiful. First time we've seen some leaves on the pitch this year.
That's right.
It's fall. We're ready to go, but it's a great atmosphere today, and the weather's beautiful, so ready to roll.
We'll step aside for the first time in our Culver's pregame show. Maybe I'll tell you what I have from Culver's at some point during this broadcast, try to make old Tony Harper jealous. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer right here on the Indiana Sports Network.
Gen Z is a stall generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
To everyone who loves great food, Let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Here it is at Rose-Hulman as WashU, Washington University, has come all the way from St. Louis area to battle on the pitch with the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers. The Bears and the Engineers today on a glorious Saturday afternoon. Washington University comes in with a record 3-1-4. Very interesting to see a team that has played 8 matches and have half of them ended a draw. You don't necessarily see that all that often, but they have that 3-1-4 record. Rose-Hulman comes in with a record 3-2-1 overall. With it's still early in the season and teams working their way into form. It really should be a fantastic match tonight.
It should. Rose undefeated in their last 4 matches.
Yeah.
They've had a couple big wins in the past couple weeks. Not only defeating St. Mary of the Woods 5-1, but taking down Milliken 7-1. And, they've been scoring a little more. This is their last matchup before conference play starts, so they're looking to iron out all the kinks. Right. They're on a pretty good run right now. A lot of momentum heading into conference season. So the Lady Engineers looking pretty good. Something I'd like to watch tonight, or this evening, Washington had a game just last night.
Yeah.
I mean, they drew 0-0 with Wheaton, Illinois last night, and then made a 4.5-hour drive down here to Terre Haute. So we'll see if their legs stay under them this evening.
And that is interesting. When you play back-to-back days, a lot of times it's in one location in some sort of a shootout or something like that. Not the case today. Is Wheaton a fine club, and no matter what sport it is, you're gonna battle when you play Wheaton. Just the same as you battle when you play WashU. So those two you mentioned fought to a draw. And today, boy, legs were a club that is really defensive-minded. Legs will be interesting to watch today.
It will be. In Washington, they've traveled a lot this season so far. They went out to California for 2 games. They also went to Wisconsin Whitewater.
Right.
I think they dropped that match up there. Obviously, Wheaton last night, Terre Haute today, and then next week they go down to Atlanta for a match. So they're all over the place. But this is a school with a long, rich history, especially since Coach Joe Conlon's been on board. And it's not going to be an easy stretch for Rose this evening. They're going to have to bring all they've got.
When you look at when you look at WashU, one of the things that stands out to me is their defensive prowess. You're talking about that many games on the road and being so far away from home. A lot of times defense doesn't necessarily travel as well, but they are very stingy when it comes to giving up goals. They
absolutely are. Sydney Connor, their goalkeeper, she's got 18 saves on the season, 4 clean sheets, giving up just .57 goals per game. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Rose, obviously another defensive-minded team, kind of along with Washington. So, we may be looking at another 0-0 match here today. But I'll tell you what, you get a goal, you're going to be in pretty good shape this afternoon.
So many times there's in sports, there's a furious comeback or an effort toward the latter stages of the contest. But here in this game, it seems to be that you want to maybe try to get ahead early. If you can get an early goal, maybe in the first 20, 25 minutes of the first half, seems it would serve you well based on the defense that both of these teams have.
Yeah, you're right. And last year, these two teams played. Washington scored in the 3rd minute of the game. That was the decider. It was a 1-0 match. Rose-Hulman 0-3 all-time against the Bears. So there's some history to change today.
Yeah,
let's hope the Lady Engineers can do it.
Lady Engineers and the Lady Bears just moments away from starting this match on a beautiful Saturday afternoon here at Rose-Hulman. We'll step aside once again in our Culver's pregame show and come back with more right after this messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
In the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, Troy, getting set for action here momentarily as the Bears and the Engineers are getting set, and I think we'll have introduction of lineups here fairly soon, the national anthem, and so we'll play that by ear. We talked a lot about the defense for both of these clubs, and of course, if we don't have a draw, the only chance to not end the draw is for one of these teams to score. And when you look at Washington University, they have Maggie Brett, who has scored 5 of their 7 goals as a team on the season.
Yeah, she seems to be the big threat. I'm sure Rose is well aware of that. They're going to key in on it. And, they do have some other offensive, people you got to watch out for. Mm-hmm. But, again, these are two defensive-minded coaches, two defensive-minded teams. And I kind of think we'll have kind of a slow tempo to today's match. Mm-hmm. But you wonder if Rose, knowing that Washington played yesterday evening, maybe they'll push it a little bit, see if the Bears wear down pretty quick.
And for the Lady Engineers, we have 4 women that have reached the back of the net 3 times this season. So you have kind of more of a diversity of goal scoring. Of course, you have to have somebody to set the stage for the person. It's just not all one person. It's just not like a baseball or softball play. It's like if you need RBIs, you got to get somebody on base in front of you. If you're going to score these goals, typically someone is feeding you the ball in the scoring area. So we'll see how this rolls along today as it is
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and
Brain Cancer Research Day. Gray Matters here at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. As we will now have, I believe we'll now have the starting lineups.
Today's matchup serves as the 2022 Gray Matters Awareness Game. The game is held to honor those among the 700,000 individuals in the United States battling brain cancer. Rose-Hulman has witnessed firsthand the impact of battles with brain cancer and the strength required to navigate through these challenges, as Fighting Engineers head coach Amy Hillowell has continued to lead the women's soccer program during her fight. Today's Gray Matters Awareness Game is designed as our showcase in the fight against brain cancer, which is symbolized through the color gray. At this time, we ask for a moment of silence on behalf of those who you know affected by cancer in all of its forms. Thank you. Before we introduce tonight's starters, we ask that you please stand for the playing.
And we'll step aside for just a moment for the playing of our national anthem.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
And now the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman.
And the introduction of the starting lineup.
Number 2,
Elsa King.
Number 5,
these are the engineers.
Camille
Clark.
7,
Lane Lawrence.
Number 10,
Kiana Martin.
Number 18, Sarah
Sarah Shoemaker.
Number 12, Alexis
Willor.
Number 20,
Carolina Snyder Perez.
Number 21,
Grace Hobson.
Number 25, Kylie
McKee.
And number 28, Jaden Gibson.
And
goal for the Fighting Engineers, number 1,
Natalie Dillon will be our goalkeeper. The Engineers, and quickly the Bears of Washington University: Gabby Kogler, Riley Alvarez, Jessica Grieven, Eve Kubala, Haley Fritchie, Tyler Wilson, Olivia Foster, Ella Colino, Maggie Brett, Sarah Giannotti, Kate Flynn, Sarah Nelter, Leandra Pesco, and Casey Carl. Goalkeeper will be Sydney Connor. Jim Conlon, the coach of the Bears. Amy Hellwell, the coach of the Fighting Engineers. Troy, should be a good one.
It should be. Coach Conlon from Washington. I mean, they're the 2016 national champions. Coach Conlon in his 14th year, and all 13 seasons they've been to the tournament. 9 UAA titles. That's the University Athletic Association that the Bears play in. They've been to 3 national title games, won 1 of them, so national runner-up twice, and 4-time Division III Staff of the Year. So they've got their act together. They're going to be a tough one.
So what you're saying is they're good?
I think they're good.
Okay, all right.
I could go on and on with that, but I felt like that was enough. So, but we got a pretty good coach in Coach Hellwell, too. She's 2-time HCAC Coach of the Year, and, of course, they're champions of the HCAC in 2009 and 2019. Her overall record at Rose, 125, 98, and 15 coming into today.
No, it's always good to win your conference.
Oh, yeah.
That's always going to be a goal on the board, beginning of the season. You go on your off-season conditioning programs and then your off-season practices, and you come back together as a team. You always want to win your conference, and be able to accomplish that and multiple times is always a good thing.
Rose picked 3rd in the preseason conference standings, so they're pretty tight at the top, so they've definitely got a shot at it this year. By the way, we'll keep you updated. The Rose men are playing right now. They should be just about to halftime. They're over, I think, against Ohio Northern in Ada, Ohio, but trying to go undefeated on their pre-conference slate.
And that's something that we definitely want to keep track of as, you want to be undefeated going into conference season and feeling good. And both of these comes right here. Both of these women's teams will looking to do the same thing. The Bears and the Engineers.
Washington kind of testing the waters as we get going here. Now they're going to cross into Rose territory.
And you mentioned, you might expect to see, kind of a slower start, in this one.
Yeah, there's a little bit slower tempo than we've seen. Last time we saw the Lady Engineers here at home, they defeated Greenville.
And an opportunity quickly and on a little bit of a defensive miscue there. Here come the Engineers. Almost snuck one in there was Lane Lawrence as a little bit of defensive breakdown for the Bears.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just not quite into it yet, but Rose trying to take advantage early. It says, you mentioned, you get a quick one early.
Yeah.
That could be seal the deal,
Bears have only allowed 4 goals through 8 matches this season. That is tremendous.
Yeah, they're very impressive. Last Sunday, they tied Wisconsin Whitewater 1-1. And, of course, we already mentioned the 0-0 draw with Wheaton last night. As now Rose is going to take command near midfield.
When you look at the Engineers, they've only allowed 7 goals themselves, so no slouch there on the defensive end as Rose is trying to regroup here.
It's Camille Clark with it as she's moving up the right side. It looks like she's got Lane Lawrence in the middle.
Lots of room to operate there. Just outside the box there, Troy. Just couldn't quite keep the passing together and going to go the other way.
Washington bringing it up slow. This is only the second home match for the Fighting Engineers. It's kind of strange.
I was going to say
home games before
right.
conference play, but we were talking last time we saw them how the whole team moves as a unit from one end to the other. It's pretty impressive to watch. And the goalkeeper for Rose-Hulman down there, Natalie Dillon, she's one of the more energetic keepers you see. She's up and back and darn near to midfield sometimes, so it's entertaining to watch her.
Sending it in there. And that attempt on goal is a little high. That's another way to kind of test the waters. Is you get one on your strong foot, you have a little space, let it fly, and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that was number 17, Kate Flynn over there, just kind of taking a deep shot and see if, maybe you get lucky once in a while. But there's Dillon firing it in. Pretty good pressure to start from Washington.
It is. No scoring opportunity here for the Bears.
It's a good clear out in there. I think that was Carolina Snyder-Perez knocked that one away. That was a close call.
Yeah, the Engineers a little fortunate to get out of that pickle right there.
So there's Coach Conlon getting onto his team a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if he's getting on the team or the officials. I'm not really sure. I think he is also a little upset that they didn't get that goal right there.
Well, you'd like to see Rose get this away from their
That's right.
box.
That's
this
right.
is a lot of pressure down here.
And the Bears are going to continue to apply that pressure. That was Casey Carl getting that back for her team.
Coach Conlon, in his 13 years at Washington, 211 wins, only 38 losses and 23 draws.
And he's not exactly happy right now with his squad. Not happy.
Glad we don't have him mic'd up down there.
Leandra Pesco for the Bears.
It's Olivia Foster bringing it up on the far side.
And engineers will clear that. In your first corner of the afternoon. Can you see who that is, Troy?
That's pretty far away, man.
And it's a very nice ball into the box.
Oh. A little bit of a misfire there by Olivia Foster.
You know, when you get that corner kick, you want to give your ladies an opportunity, and I think that's exactly what happened right there.
Oh, yeah, that was good cross.
Yes.
Had a couple players in there that had a chance at it, but Rose did just enough to keep them out of there. But Washington, they are keeping the ball down here and putting a lot of pressure on the Engineers to start this one.
Engineers trying to turn and go, couldn't quite get there. It was a good effort there by Lane Lawrence.
Would like to congratulate Sarah Shoemaker. She was named the HCAC Offensive Player of the Week last week. 3 goals in the 2 wins against St. Mary the Woods and Milliken. She also had an assist in the St. Mary's game, I believe it was.
I think the Lady Pomeroys were in action this afternoon. I believe they had a draw. I believe they tied.
They played at 1. I haven't seen the score.
Yeah, I thought that was a tie, is what I remember hearing. And the men playing right now, so
it's been a bit of a struggle for the
yeah
ladies from St. Mary the Woods. So
another opportunity here, Maggie Brett. You don't want her to have a clean shot at it at any point.
No, not at all.
No, it was a great effort there by Riley Alvarez. Just tried to turn and fire with that left foot. Couldn't quite get enough on it. That was a great idea.
Seems like Washington always gets a shot, though.
They do.
They don't leave empty-handed down there. But Rose, I mean, they're almost looking content just to sit back on defense here. You'd kind of like to see them push it on the offensive end.
That's only going to hold for so long.
Yeah.
At some point, the dam's going to break, you know, as they say.
Exactly.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon. A good crowd on hand. If you look across the way there, it's a very good crowd on hand here at Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, the grandstand's pretty full today. We got several over here on the side and lawn chairs and a couple canopies set up. It's a great evening for soccer.
Sure is. Leaves starting to change colors. Well, it's a great time of year, Troy.
It's nice when you go out in the morning and you're not sweating immediately. So I'll take it.
Fans, one last reminder, we're going to do one more donation round through the stands for St. Jude.
Still early here in the first half as Rose-Hulman trying to get something going offensively here. We just might have an opportunity as Lane Lawrence sends one in. Is Might want to have been a little bit more patient there.
Yeah, not much help up there.
No.
She only had Camille Clark up ahead of her, but yeah, that's a bit of a shot in the dark there.
Mm-hmm.
But you are facing a heck of a goaltender.
That's right.
Sydney Connor,
That's
just
right.
phenomenal so far this season. As we mentioned before the game, 18 saves. Only, giving up a goal basically every 2 games.
That's right. Did not give up one last game against Wheaton, so maybe this is the one.
It could be the day.
It could be the day, wouldn't it? That's the way to look at that one. Rose will have an opportunity here.
But yeah, it is strange. They're, as you mentioned earlier, 4 draws so far this season.
Yeah, that's a lot.
For Washington, not how they're used to beginning a year. They're 3-1-4, just 1-1-2 on the road. But I was surprised to see how much they've traveled. They really,
they put the miles in.
Busy couple months here.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's getting some points. Fuel points, hotel points. They're getting some.
They finally settle down here.
Mm-hmm.
I think after the next 2 or 3 matches, they get to stay around St. Louis for about 4 or 5 in a row. So
I think they'll like that.
They've earned it, I think.
I would say so. But you have that tough non-conference schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Gets you for UAA contests, and if you want to be a national power, that's what you have to do. You got to be strong in the non-conference. Hit the road and put in those miles and play some tough teams on the road, get you ready.
As we mentioned, just 6 short years ago, these were the national champions.
Yeah.
So they won in a 5-4 shootout to take the 2016 Division III national title.
It's a good defensive effort by Rose there to get the ball back.
So there's a lot of schools named Washington this, Washington that. So who do you think their Washington is named after? You got any ideas?
I don't.
Not even a guess. Huh?
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Well, it's pretty simple. It's George Washington.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It's too obvious.
That's right.
I never knew he visited St. Louis.
I didn't either. Leandra Pesco over there on the right side.
Already 4 shots on goal for the Bears. None yet for Rose.
Not even close.
No.
Yeah.
No, they've had the one flyer, but that wasn't really.
Just being down on the defensive end just wears on you after a while.
Yeah, it's like you said, the dam's going to break if this is how you're going to play it. So they're going to have to kind of change things up here before too long.
Yep. Offense will just constrict and push, and next thing you know, and here we go. And that one going over the top. A little bit too far, but you have still pressure on that end, though. Rose wants to clear it, but they're just fighting at every turn.
Once you get it to midfield, there's just nobody there.
No.
And Washington just coming right back at him real quick.
Yep.
But you got to hand it to the defenders of the Bears. They're standing strong back here. 21, Leandre Pesco.
Yeah, she's tough.
Number 20, Sarah Neltner. And who is that on the far side? I think that's Olivia Foster. But yeah, Rose just kind of in this midfield set.
Yep. Here comes Pesco. Maggie Brett, got to be careful with her. Almost 15 minutes in, Troy, and the Engineers, like I said, we've spent out of those 15 minutes, at least 12 of them down here on the defensive end.
Yeah. If there was a time of possession, we'd it's pretty lopsided. As here comes the corner in, nice clear out.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Clear that thing out there and I'm going to send it in again.
Grace Hobson sends that one back.
Here comes WashU with an opportunity here, and a little miscommunication. As it went between a couple of Bears. I think they were probably looking for Brett, is my guess.
It's kind of a turn of fortunes for Rose-Hulman. So far this season, they've outscored their opponents 17-7, with 88 shots on goal to just 60 for their opponents. But, you know, this kind of reminds me of the first two games of the season that they had, those two tough ones against Center College. They dropped that one 1-0. That was a tough one. And I'm drawing a blank on who they played in the season opener now, but that one was a hard-fought one, too, that they lost.
Webster,
yeah.
And that was a 2-1 loss. So a couple of close ones, as you mentioned.
But they haven't lost since, so.
They have not. Not here.
You can officiate if you want,
Walt. Trust me, Troy. No one wants me to do that. No one wants me to do that. If I tell you, they're never gonna let me do a soccer game again around here. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it anyway. People are gonna roll their eyes at me right now. I would do away with offsides. I just would. You know, if you don't want them to score, go down there. You go down there with them. That's you know. That's the one thing
from a long way out by Elsa King, but easily stopped by Sydney Connor.
Yep. And a nice header right there by Martin.
We got Tony in our ear talking about hockey. I don't watch hockey.
Well, same thing with the same rules apply in my mind with the offsides call there. I just, you know, go down there and play defense.
Yeah.
I don't, if it get behind you, that's
simple,
how is that their fault? If they get behind the, you know, that seems like your fault, not theirs. I don't know.
I'm coaching a 10-year-old team this season, and it's the first season they are calling that, and to get the kids to understand it is beyond a battle.
Yeah.
We got called for it, I think, twice last game.
Just twice?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know, obviously we're doing well. That's why I'm in a sling right now. So.
Corner kick here for Lane Lawrence. And that was a good job there by the Bears to just get in front of that. Looked like that was Nelter.
And first real opportunity we've seen for Rose-Hulman.
See what happens here. Ooh, boy, just a little bit over, just a little bit too tall there for.
Looks like we've got some subs coming in for the Bears. Number 8, Anna Viskovich, and number 13, Marilee Karenchak.
They're going to be looking at us when they want to sub all
I
game
know.
long. Does it happen every match?
Do we
does it happen all the time?
No. It's the first time I've seen it. It must be you, because it's the first time I've seen it happen. You know, you need to put your Culver's cups back up there.
That's right. So then they'll say, oh, obviously.
Like, nah, those guys don't matter.
That's right.
By the way, thanks to Culver's.
Absolutely.
Coming on board this year, a second location coming to Terre Haute over by the Vigo County Fairgrounds, I understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, actually.
It's a little closer to home for me.
Yeah. That east side location, it is always busy. Surprisingly today, the drive-thru was not wrapped around the building 3 times. But it is just, they do great business there. They do a great job, and the young people are very friendly inside, and great service as always today. So
pretty good food too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was good. Butterberry was excellent. It was excellent.
Thanks to the Indiana Army National Guard as well. They're our presenting sponsor of today's game.
That's right. I was at Avon today for marching band contest, and
you've had a busy one.
Yeah, I bought some kettle corn from one of the local vendors, and the gentleman thanked me for my service, and I had to explain to him, I'm like, sir, I can't accept that. I did not serve, but they are our.
You did the right thing.
Yeah, I did. So. I did. I can't accept that one. But I told them that they're our presenting sponsor.
I stopped
Indiana
by
Sports
Walmart
Network. So,
after one of our games, guy did the same thing. I was like, no.
So we've got some great sponsors. We really, really do. And just going to take a moment to mention the rest of them. As Brett here gets an opportunity. Engineers need to stay strong inside the box, and they do get that thing out of there.
It's Kiana Martin clearing it out. Great job.
Another opportunity, and a great job by the goalkeeper for the Engineers. There's Natalie Dillon, a collision there, and she's all right. This is a tough one. She saved a goal there for the Engineers potentially.
Well, she got buried by
Ella
Kalina there.
She did.
Pretty hard hit, but a good save.
Yep. She definitely did her job there. So, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, a Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. As Engineers, Camille Clark trying to make something happen here. Oh, it's great defense there by the Bears.
And not a bad idea to send that one.
I agree. Send it in, and if somebody's there.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody streaking. That's the only problem. But
yeah, that's okay.
We've noticed turning the tides a little bit here, but boy, Washington just keeps coming back.
They press hard. Here comes Pesco. Oh, it's a great tackle there by Gibson.
Nice
That's
clear
going
out.
The other way there. Very nice.
Boy, you can tell these two schools are built on defense, just the way they play. It's be hard pressed for any team to score on either of these. Got the referees wearing the orange today. Last time they were in the sharp blue looking jerseys.
Okay. Now they're getting ready to press. Viskovich.
It's number 22, Emma Riley McGahan, coming in for Washington in place of Leandre Pesco. I don't know why this is happening. Why do they keep trying to check in with you?
I don't know.
You carry some kind of importance that I'm not aware of.
And boy, WashU just an opportunity. Couldn't quite get it on the foot there. As Rose trying to clear it. Another opportunity for Alvarez. And Dillon just goes to snatch it before something bad can happen. You want your goalkeeper to be very aggressive, but not reckless.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Dillon is aggressive, but not reckless.
She is very aggressive, but you're right. Not many mistakes you're going to find from her. So
no.
Dillon, a 5'2" senior, kind of a senior leader on this team. She's out of Rochester, New York.
An opportunity for the Engineers here. Don't have numbers, but trying to mount something. And that was snuffed out by Olivia Foster. Going the other way quickly. There comes Maggie Brett.
Seeing some tired legs out there.
Yeah.
honestly, from both sides.
I think you're right.
A few subs coming in for Rose-Hulman. Number 3, Lauren Markart into the match, just a freshman.
Is that worse?
Yeah. No, I'm good. And coming in for the Bears, number 12, Ellie Bronner, into the game for the first time.
Interesting to hear the commentary from Coach Conlon, during the broadcast. I'm actually quite enjoying that. Being down here, I like being down close to the coaches. We can hear what's going on.
Gets pretty entertaining sometimes.
It gets very entertaining.
Like to see Rose get some pressure down there. Boy, it just looks to me like Camille Clark and Lane Lawrence down here on the offensive end. They're just beat right now.
Yeah. Lawrence was trying to kick that. Oh. And there's an errant one there by Connor, Sydney Connor, the goalkeeper for WashU. An errant kick there from the goal. And let's see what Rose can do with this. The throw in will be Alexis Willauer.
Like to see him push now. They've got some numbers down here if they can get control of it.
And that quickly goes away as it's a great header by Willauer to get this back. Boy, the physicality for the Bears is impressive, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah, they're not scared to get in there and get dirty.
Great job to get there. Carolina Snyder Perez.
Only 17 and a half minutes to go just about, and Rose has held strong.
They have.
They're playing well so far, but, well, you'd like to see a little less pressure on the defensive end.
Yeah.
As for the Bears, number 25, Kerrigan Furland comes in place of number 11, Ella Kalina.
Oh. Yeah, you see that physicality is what I'm talking about there. It's just it's a noticeable difference, Troy. Here comes Flynn. The nifty footwork there, getting right into the middle. The great defensive effort there by Martin to try to get out of trouble for a moment.
Yeah, midfield for Washington. That's Casey Carl, just a freshman, but 5'9". And boy, she is throwing herself around.
She is.
Out of Denver, Colorado.
There's a good clear there, but I think that was McKee, Colin McKee, as that was like he was going to be a trouble there for a moment.
Rose-Hulman will start conference play this Wednesday against Mount St. Joseph.
An opportunity here.
Oof. It's a nice block by Markart down there.
It was, and then that stayed in bounds, and Dylan was able to grab that. One of the things that I watch when you watch youth soccer or high school soccer, and then even up into college, depth perception when you get those kicks.
Yeah.
Is one of the hardest things to judge, I think, for whether it be men or women.
Yeah, a lot of times you see them just miss completely.
Yes.
I mean, it's more difficult than you think.
That's right.
And as you see, that one kind of got away, and now Rose will have control on the near side here.
You see college, obviously, they do a lot better than, the high school. You watch a lot of high school games. I was watching a little high school soccer at Terre Haute North today, and you just notice that at the high school level, trying to understand angles and depth
Yeah.
is something it's hard to do.
I think high school is where you really start to get into the ins and outs of the game.
Yeah.
You're past the fundamental stage. Now you're getting
Hopefully.
into hopefully.
Yeah.
Not always.
Right.
Sometimes we see it at this level where
Right.
it can break down. But no, you're right. It's there's so many little intricacies with the game that it's impossible to be perfect, but you want to be as close as possible.
Sure.
So Kira Hicks has come in for Rose-Hulman, the 6'2" junior forward out of Linwood, Washington. Impressed with her mobility. She's got a lot of speed.
Okay.
She's so tall. Good ball control. She's a big weapon for the Engineers off the bench.
Here comes WashU trying to build something here. Sending one into the box. An opportunity on goal. Just missed. Still an opportunity here. Cleared out by the Engineers.
Nice.
Ooh, disaster averted for a moment.
Alexis Willauer cleared that out. The shot off the goalpost, and then Willauer cleared the comeback, and just sweating bullets for a minute.
Yes,
on that one.
yes. Here we are again. More pressure applied by the Bears. A good save there by Dylan. As now we hopefully can breathe for a moment.
Hang on to it and clear it out of there. Getting pretty tense down here.
Yes. Just pressure, pressure, pressure. Here comes Marquardt.
Boy, Rose-Hulman had a pretty physical match with DePaul on Wednesday. They ended up drawing that match 1-1, and boy, they're getting another physical test here today.
I would wonder, going to the ball, being here against WashU, those are back-to-back really good tests. I mean, those are fine opponents that you're facing here, getting you ready for conference action.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want. Especially the two matches leading up to conference play.
Yeah.
You're going to need all you've got to win them. But so far, they've fought a pretty good fight here against the Bears.
Corner once again, a lot of jostling in the box. Nope, we're going to go to Grevin. And she's going to send one.
Nice.
Very nice by Dylan again. She is earning her keep in the goal today. Once again. Nobody home on that.
Couple more subs for the Bears. Number 7, Haley Frisch coming in, and number 18, Nicole Gulati.
Throw in here, and good battle right there. You want to be able to keep this ball. You don't want it to go the other way. Good job by Marquardt to battle on that throw in.
Boy, if you're Washington, you're kind of feeling like you should have had a couple here.
I agree. Here comes Martin. Just the midfield, and just underneath the leg of Grevin. Engineers to see if we can make something happen here. Oh boy, nope, it's going the other way. Quickly going the other way. Now you got to get on your horse. Look to the corner for Furland. And that one, boy, that was right place, right time for the Engineers.
Yeah, Grace Hobson knocked that one away. But, man, this defense of Washington, they are just all over Rose-Hulman.
Yes, they are.
Not any space to breathe.
Speaking of space, we have it right now. That one's wild. Off the right foot of one of the Lady Bears. Trying to see a number. Was that 4? Was that Grevin? Yeah, I think that was Jessica Grevin. Sent that one.
10 shots on goal now in the first half for Washington. Wow. Only 3 for Rose. Let's see him get something going here.
Just can't quite clear this to midfield as WashU is on it already. And they're getting things set up with Kate Flynn. Oh. Tough angle to throw that one in. It didn't have much of an opportunity to get home there. It's just like that, you're right back on defense, Troy.
Yeah, this is pretty much how the match against Center College went. They it's a really hard-fought, physical battle, and Rose just didn't get a whole lot of opportunities. You know, you'd like to see him kind of adapt here. We got some subs coming in here shortly, so maybe some fresh legs towards the end of the half can turn the tides.
Grevin sends one in. A good opportunity there, as I think they were hoping for someone streaking, as I think that was Krivenchak that was looking for someone. A few subs, as you mentioned. I think we had Ella Johnson, Katie Choi, and Stacia Brooks. Was that who you used? Okay.
The good thing is, if you're Rose-Hulman, knowing you have Natalie Dillon back there gives you another level of comfort.
It does.
I mean,
it does.
She's a phenomenal keeper. She's got over 20 saves on the season now and only given up about a goal per game. And
wow, that was close. Beautiful ball into the box, but it just could not be connected on by the Lady Bears there, as that was a golden opportunity. And right back. Here we go. Dillon's going to come out of her goal to grab that. The collision as Frisch went up for it and Choi paid the price.
Yeah, wrong place, wrong time on that one. Yeah, Rose not winning many of those battles at midfield.
No, they're not. No, they're not. And
not so much oversized. It's just the aggressiveness kind of on a different level.
Aggressiveness, right, and then also these Lady Bears are great at playing the ball in the air.
Oh, they are.
We talked about that depth perception. We talked about that. They're very strong in that area. I'm quite impressed with that. Engineers couldn't quite mount anything there. Had an opportunity to try to send one in. Here come the Lady Bears quickly. They waste no time, Troy.
Yeah, you got to watch Karen Shack over here. Hey, they knocked it away from her.
Man, here she is. Trying to get into space. Flynn looking for a cross, and great job by Marquardt. Sometimes you just got to clear that thing.
Looks like number 23, Merrill McKenna, will come into the game in place of Karen Shack. More subs than normal here in the first half. You can tell both of these teams are looking for some fresh legs. You know, obviously we mentioned Washington had a match last night.
Corner is a little low, and Engineers trying to get on ball.
See if they got it away from her. That's a good idea.
And Bears with the switch here. Ooh. Lauren right there on the ball again. She's doing a great job.
Coming in for the Bears, Eva Kubula. She's going to spell Furland.
And Furland had a couple of opportunities there. She sent a couple balls in very nicely on that far side. As she was creating havoc over there.
Yeah, she was pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. Boy,
let that go through to the keeper. Ooh,
yeah,
bit of a gamble on that.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a gamble, and I think once again, I think Hobson, it's hard when that ball's coming to know, how far overhead is it going to be? Am I in line for it? Am I, but you have to have that communication with your keep, which is always good. You talked about Dylan there. Always good to have that communication, that last line of defense, telling you to just let it go through. I'm here. I got it.
It's good heads-up play by Galati to be sprinting after that. She almost came away with an easy one.
Yep. You never want to give up on anything. Just make a run.
Yep.
Make your run. You never know what's going to happen. And I think once you get to the college level, you start to see people understand that. The good high schools do, but the average high school, you don't necessarily at that level, but here at the college level, you'll see.
Well, and that's what's so difficult, right? It's knowing when to make your run, making a good decision. When is it worth it? When is it not? Because that's the other part. You don't want to run yourself out of gas here, so you got to make them all count.
Quick throw in here for the Engineers, trying to advance the ball. There we go. I was just going to say we get it across midfield, but haven't quite done that yet because of one more defensive effort.
Yeah, that was Merrill McKenna. She just came into the game already getting involved on defense. Like to see Rose kind of push the defensive pressure here.
That's right.
You've got them down on this end,
Let's
so
keep them there for a little bit.
3 minutes to play. Let's make a run at it. But the Bears
they're just stifling defensively. Just stifling, Troy.
Yeah, they're smothering Rose-Hulman. I think you got to
look at that. It's just quickly. They come at you, they pressure you, and here you go. You have an opportunity. Bears, and there's a nice clear out there by, was that Grace Hobson?
Yeah, Cubula sent that just a little too far ahead. Hobson did a good job knocking it out. But the Bears still going to put on some pressure before the half.
And there's a good effort right there. Okay. Sometimes when a team is so physical, you have to make them feel you.
Yep.
You can't just let yourself be pushed around. Sometimes you got to push back, make them feel you a little bit.
Oh, yeah. You take one on the chin, you got to give them one right back.
That's right. That's right. And here we go with this an opportunity here for the Bears to see what we get. We send one in the box. Ball jostling around. It's cleared by the Engineers.
There we go.
Get to it. Here we go. And there's that, that's the difference right there. Just not quite in the right position for that header. And here comes Gulati. Just a half a foot off as that ball in the air, Troy. You want to advance it down your way, and it comes off the side of your head and goes the opposite direction. Here we go.
Set up for a corner. Looks like Rose knocks it out.
Last minute. You do not want WashU to score here in the last 40 seconds of the half. That would be demoralizing.
Got Coach Conlon directing traffic.
Got to stay strong, Rose. Corner kick here. Good effort.
There we go.
Just send it out. Send it out. Let's get to half.
Tell you what, for all the pressure they faced in this first half, you got to be pretty happy if you're Rose-Hulman. I mean,
last 15 seconds.
prove your worth on defense for sure. Let's survive it here. It ain't over yet.
10, 9, 8,
Brooks with the clear.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And you can breathe a little bit here. It's like a big sigh of relief. Kind of exhale if you're the Engineers. They got through that first 45 minutes unscathed as far as what the scoreboard says. But I know they felt the pressure that WashU was able to provide. First half is over. We're just where we began. It's 0-0 is your score. We'll step aside for a break and come back with some halftime analysis. You're watching Rose-Hulman's Women's Soccer here on your spot for sports, the Indiana Sports Network.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, Troy, it was a very entertaining first 45 minutes, and unfortunately, most of the entertainment was provided by WashU's offense and Rose's defense. As we're all knotted up at 0. No one's dented the scoreboard as of yet, but there's just been so much pressure applied by WashU.
Yeah, they've it's been pretty unbelievable so far. I mean, I don't know if that's what Rose-Hulman bargained for coming into today. You don't see the attacking offense from the Bears normally that you're seeing today, but they obviously had seen something in the tapes of Rose-Hulman that, they felt like they could attack. And so far, 11 shots on goal. But great defense by the Engineers have staved them off. Natalie Dillon's playing excellent. Keep on keeping on here in the second half. But, boy, you'd like to see Rose get down there and take some shots.
Senior goalkeeper from Rochester, New York. And you look at the roster up and down for the Engineers. And, of course, the nationally recruited team with the fine engineering school that we have here at Rose-Hulman, #1 ranked for almost as long as I've been born, and that's a long time. So, you look at the national roster, but then you look at WashU, they recruit nationally also.
Oh, yeah.
But both of these teams have battled so hard on the defensive end, and we talked about that pressure that WashU's been able to exert on the defensive end at Rose-Hulman, and at some point, that pressure usually wears you down at some point, where they make a mistake or the ball just bounces the lucky way for the opposition. So Rose really got to be careful of that.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about before the match started was, Washington had a match last night. Would their legs hold up? They're going to be gassed. It's kind of seemed the opposite so far. They've had a little more oomph than Rose-Hulman has, and they've been applying the pressure.
Is that surprising to you that WashU, their legs look so fresh?
Well, it is to me. I mean, you have a long bus ride, and, you just played. It was a 5 o'clock match last night, so they didn't get done till dark, and then come here, and, boy, you got to hand it to them. They came prepared. That's Coach Conlon. I mean, you look at every player on this team, and they are just focused to a T. They know what their job is. They're going to do it. And boy, you hear him when they aren't doing it. That's for sure.
And we heard him for the first 3 minutes, kind of bemoaning why am I have to yell out the scouting report? I mean, the game plan. We just talked about it. So you know, the coaches that have achieved much and are as good as Coach Conlon, they expect a lot. Just like Coach Hellawell expects a lot on the Rose-Hulman, and you have two fine coaches that are leading their institutions and wanting to get ready. This match is important, but boy, conference is right around the corner. You want to be fine-tuned for that.
Yeah, exactly. And as we said, Rose-Hulman, conference starts on Wednesday. Obviously, you're looking forward to that. They've, either drew or won their last 4 matches, haven't been beaten in the last 4. You'd like to continue that today, but looking at the first half, I mean, what do you do to adapt? What do you do to change? Because the pressure, I mean, you've got to stay back like they've been doing, but boy, you're kind of flirting with disaster at this point.
0-0 your score here at the half. WashU and the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers here. Women's soccer right here on the Indiana Sports Network. We're going to step aside for a quick break. Come back with more halftime analysis. You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer on the Indiana Sports Network.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network. You're watching college sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
What a beautiful Saturday afternoon that we have here at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. The soccer complex here is I just love this time of year. The leaves are starting to change colors. If you drive around in this part of Indiana, or going into southern Indiana, it's just a wonderful time of year to just take a Saturday afternoon drive and just to watch, look at the scenery, and just a beautiful time of year. If you in my estimation, at least. So here we are out here, Rose, a 0-0 score, and you mentioned, Rose-Hulman really, the pressure being applied on them, and this is something that when you're trying to get ready for conference play, you need to play a team at this caliber.
Yep.
And I through one half, WashU looks like they're the real deal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Rose has played a couple other tough ones. We've mentioned center already was probably the toughest test of the year so far to this point.
Right.
But this one really reminded me of that match. And, boy, Rose hasn't found a way to break through against those really tough-minded defensive teams. So you'd like to see them come out in the second half, maybe change something up.
Okay.
It's not like a make-or-break deal if you win this thing.
Sure.
So maybe come out and try something new, I mean, Washington is a phenomenal team. They have been for well over a decade now. And, go take your shot. You've never beat them before, so let's go out and try something new, and maybe you can take them down today. But if you're Washington, I think you keep doing what you've been doing. You're giving yourself the opportunities. Chances are one of them's going to break through here sooner or later. So, if you're the Bears, keep on keeping on. If you're Rose-Hulman, I think you got to change it up a little bit, refocus some of the pressure, and just try not to leave any openings on the backside.
And that I think that is the danger and the worry of leaving up some things open on the backside. If you kind of go away from what we saw in the first half, do you leave yourself too susceptible to a quick strike or so that you want to change something up, try to get a goal on the board, but then at the same time, do you run the risk of giving up forward today? So, boy, it's a tough balancing act for Coach Elwell. I'm glad I'm not making that decision, but I do agree with what you're saying as far as changing something up. So hopefully they can kind of find a wrinkle to see what they can do here in the second half.
Yeah, it's you're right. If they bring up more on the offensive end, try to get a run going down there, Washington's proven they're pretty excellent at taking the ball away, and then you're hurting because they get back quick.
It's blinding how fast they get back.
Oh,
it
yeah,
really is.
And they move well as a team, and pretty impressive bunch. But getting ready to get going here in the second half. We're only about 3 minutes away from kickoff. Still knotted up at 0. So see how it goes. Remember, it is Gray Matters Brain Cancer Awareness Day here at Rose-Hulman. Happy to we had the silent auction going on there at halftime. So hopefully they've raised a bunch of money today for St. Jude's.
Hope so.
And such a great cause, and we thank all those that are here working with them today.
I think you had a score for Rose men.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman. They're playing over at Northern Iowa in Ada, Ohio. They're trailing 1-0 right now, about 75 minutes into that one. So they are undefeated so far in the pre-conference play, but let's hope they can pull one out late, I guess.
That'd be a good one to be able to pull out. Rose-Hulman football is off today. They have the bye week, and really it comes at a good time, trying to lick their wounds. The 0-3 non-conference season, but boy, this is the toughest non-conference schedule that I can remember Rose-Hulman playing. When you're looking at DePaul and Albion and Tryon, those are 3 really, really good teams that you're playing. 3 teams that would be looking to play in postseason play. Of course, 2 of the 3 very well could get there. But boy, you have Anderson next Saturday on the road. So
was it Tryon they played week 1 that it was so close?
DePaul was week 1.
DePaul, sorry.
And then Tryon week 2, which was a tough loss. And when you lose a quarterback in the third quarter, up 2 scores, and just barely lose by 1 point, that's kind of heartbreaking to me. I just really hated to see that. We're going to step aside quickly for one more 30-second break. Come back and bring you half number 2. You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer on the Indiana Sports Network.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
As we start half number 2, scoreless tie. I want to thank the Indiana Army National Guard, our presenting and title sponsor. Culver's, our pregame sponsor. Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Great Dane Hamilton Center. Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield.
I think I may go hit up Culver's after the game.
You
Sounds
should.
Pretty good.
Uh-huh. Well, sir, they'll do you right. Here comes the Engineers. Starting the second half. Ball on the feet, and but WashU trying to send it the other way, but here comes a little more pressure.
See Alicia Rodriguez getting the second half start for Rose-Hulman. She's a sophomore out of Westminster, California. Bit of a different lineup in there. It's pretty much the same group that finished the first half.
Engineers will have possession.
Kylie McKee back in, senior from Aurora, Illinois. Carolina Snyder-Perez. Fairly young team for Rose-Hulman, too, which bodes well.
It does. Ella Colino trying to cut off some angles there. As Brooks.
He got some numbers. Let's see if Rose can maneuver this in a little closer.
And here comes the pressure by WashU's defense. They're going to try to send it away. Here's an opportunity for Rose-Hulman. Right outside the box.
It's Marquardt with it on the far side.
She's staying right with it there. She tried to keep that ball in bounds, not quite able to do so.
Initially, it seems Rose is coming out a little bit more attack.
I agree. Even defensively right here, they're a little higher than what they were in the first half. We'll see how that translates to the possessions for WashU. We'll see how this goes.
It's a young group the Engineers have out there. Katie Choi, another freshman. She's also from Illinois. They got a few from Illinois on there, out there right now.
Kyra Hicks. Racing for that corner. Going to get it? Or did not make contact with WashU? No, it did not.
Choi sent that one out. She had Rodriguez, just couldn't quite get the angle on it.
Rodriguez, a sophomore from Westminster, California. And Brooks gets to that. Wow, great, very physical play there from Emma Riley McCann. And she's rewarded with the ball. It came hard there.
Yeah, I was expecting
challenge.
that to be called pretty quick, but boy, they were letting them go at it there.
Okay. If you know that's the case, you're going to have to meet force with force. I like that.
Not many fouls called in this one so far. It's been
not at all.
Very physical game, but actually pretty clean.
Here comes WashU. And, oh, boy, an opportunity, and Dillon just in time as Karen Shack was bearing down on that opportunity.
That cannot be fun when you're trying to grab that ball and you've got a freight train coming
That's
at
right.
you. That's good job by Hicks.
Need a little bit better contact on that by Rodriguez. That's an opportunity there. Try to set something up, but WashU will regroup.
Rose-Hulman keeps their spacing so well across the field, and that's part of the reason they've held Washington to nothing so far. There's never that gap that is sitting there wide open.
Keep on going, he says. They got to make that throw in from the appropriate spot. Try to advance that about 10, 15 yards, and they're going to let you do that this time. Rodriguez with a good battle there, and you clear that. Good job. Sometimes you just got to get that thing out of there. Colin McKee sent it flying, and throw in by McGann. Let's see if we can get there. Katie Choi in pursuit, not able to get there.
That's the second time I've heard Coach Conlon telling somebody to read the body language. And
That's right, he did it very early.
Who's he talking to, the refs?
That's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure. Was not sure, so.
She's checking in with you again, Walt.
Casey Carl will come in momentarily. And you know, Carver Hicks. You mentioned being 6'2", from Linwood, Washington, and she's around the ball a lot, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's so athletic. I mean, she's fast. She's got great stamina. Oof.
An opportunity there for Washington as Dillon came out of the goal. And boy, Rose-Hulman very fortunate there.
Yeah, they
to not surrender.
Fell asleep there. Casey Carl's in for Haley Frisch, and I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I'm going to follow your lead on that. Kind of like I hope this is not offensive to the family, but I was thinking about the restaurant chain.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of, and I was looking at the spelling. I'm like, So we'll just. I was trying to hoping I hear a pronunciation, but I didn't hear it. But I think Frisch is what I was thinking.
If it makes them feel any better, my name's been butchered since I was a baby. So, I apologize, but it happens.
That's right. Good effort here. Pressure by WashU. Trying to send a cross into. Oh, Dillon, a great save. Great save by Natalie Dillon. Will bring applause from the crowd, rightly so. Best opportunity for WashU to date.
Yeah, Veskovich came streaking down the middle. Got the pass perfectly and fired one in there, but boy, Natalie Dillon coming up huge for the Engineers.
Good fight there by Hicks, and sometimes you just get outpowered, and I think right now at that position, she's finding herself in the situation. Here's Rose-Hulman with an opportunity.
Led Rodriguez a little too much. Yep. Get it back across.
Rodriguez finds McKee. Oh, collision there. McKee does not get the call. There's a whistle. There's your whistle there.
I don't mean to get on the refs, but I mean, come on.
There's been a few. There's been a few collisions today, haven't there? So McKee.
So they're going to put a wall up in front. Looks like just 3.
Yeah. We'll see what we do here and see what engineers can streak toward the box. McKee, with her right foot, sends one in. A little bit too tall. She's trying to find Hicks. Hicks was making her approach. So first 10 minutes here for Rose-Hulman. The second half looked much different, Troy.
Oh, yeah, a lot more aggressive. This is fun to watch. They're still holding their own on defense.
Yes,
they had one scare down there, but they are attacking a lot more on the offensive end.
Yep.
A little more pressure in the backfield here. I would expect some subs to come in and relieve these girls at midfield because they've been working hard.
They have.
This is more the energy you're kind of hoping to see in the first half.
Right.
Rose-Hulman didn't seem quite right when the game started, but boy, they held their own, played hard, got them to this point, and now it seems like we're on a pretty level playing field.
Still scoreless here, second half, 10 minutes in.
Great takeaway by Marquardt.
And here come the engineers. Just couldn't quite find Rodriguez there.
Oop.
A little bit of an infraction from McKee. She took down Kieran Shack. McGahan throwing this in. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Foster kicking. Sometimes you have to be wary of those ricochets, and just like that,
a hard hit.
What a collision. What are we going to get here? Yellow card?
Yep. That one going against Hobson?
I think so.
I think she took the worst end of that. But
so the first yellow card of the day, and Foster will be the one to take this kick.
Now that's something I would tell my team.
Yeah. And here we go, Foster. Very dangerous opportunity right into the wall, and the feet of the wall, and here come the engineers. Choi battling. Engineers trying to press forward. Couldn't quite connect with Choi there. This group was playing well, Troy. You stick with them a good little while, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've really cranked up the pressure here on Washington, and they've put just as much pressure on them defensively as Washington has Rose-Hulman, and now Washington with a couple subs. Yeah. Riley Alvarez back in. I didn't quite catch the other
Furland, I believe.
Furland. Okay.
Kerrigan Furland, the second sub, and she was trouble in half number one.
Got another chance. Now let's try to turn it around here.
Stacia Brooks finds McKee. Back to Brooks. And looking for Rodriguez. Can't quite find her. Just fight there. Get a little more physical there, Brooks. There we go. Now you got to get back.
Watch Furland coming down the middle.
Right in the middle, there it is. Opportunity, can she get on her left foot? Great opportunity there by the engineers. Blocked away by Johnson. Still active. Rodriguez clears it. More pressure. Not a good clear right there. Right back into trouble. Dillon has to go out and snatch it. Woo-wee. If you clear that ball, you can't pop it up in the air.
Yeah. Boy, the pressure's on Natalie Dillon down
Yes.
there. That was pretty intense little minute or two down here on this end, but Rose-Hulman once again able to hold.
Much better off of that goal kick. The Engineers are. Here comes Choi. Ball is taken away from her. Here comes more pressure by the Bears. Into the box.
Oof.
And a good save by Dillon just in time. As that one was, I believe it was Viskovich that was able to send that in.
More subs coming in for the Bears.
It's just pressure, pressure, pressure. Fresh legs.
Sarah Giannotti, Kate Flynn, and Leandre Pesco come in. So
yeah, we're getting starters back in, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're fresh.
Yeah, we'll see we'll see what happens here.
Let's hope Rose can withstand this. They haven't subbed.
Corner kick.
Get it out of
Brooks, get it out of there. Couldn't quite do a good job there, Brooks, to use her body to shield. Yeah, there'll be another corner kick here.
Just seems Washington's just a little more precise with their passing.
Yes, they are.
You know, like the balls in the air, like you were talking about, they're coming up with a lot more of those than Rose.
Yes, they are. They're on another level. They're just
look out.
That one's going to be popped up, and
nice clear out.
Clear out by Hobson. As what do we have there? Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Oh,
I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either.
Is that Foster?
Was it? I think that might have been Brett.
Yeah, it is Maggie Brett.
I don't know if she got a high leg or.
Yeah, I didn't. Apparently, I missed that one.
Yeah, me too.
Works out for Rose.
It does. Yes,
stops
it does.
that sequence of events. That was a rough go there.
And right back at Dillon.
What I like about Dillon is even that ball bouncing back to her, she's very sure of her movements. There's not going to be any silly mistake to where the ball would bounce by you.
That's the one you don't want. Marquardt was trying to battle there. Lost it, and here comes Rose with the ball back. Trying to mount a little offensive charge. Making the run.
Oof. Stay on it.
Staying on the feet, Hicks. Hicks is there. Couldn't quite regain her composure there. Johnson.
Nice.
Hicks is still staying in there.
Well, that's Katie Choi. She's not letting the ball leave down there.
Right. WashU clears it, and here they come. Oh, he just got pushed down. And you know what? I'm going to be honest, Troy. I don't mind that.
No, that's good.
I don't mind it. Stop the momentum for a moment and just any chance you get to be physical.
It's a big answer for Rose. Just that little push down there. Really surprised we haven't seen the subs. Uh-oh, we got a kid on the field. They caught him. Had a runaway there for a minute.
Runaway, huh? WashU getting composed here, and Rose.
Boy, Hicks has played well.
Yeah, she. The one thing that we'll say though, she's not quite as strong in her base as some of these other. From WashU. She's kind of getting pushed around a little bit. Like to see her play with a little bit more force. If you're getting pushed around a little bit, sometimes you got to throw your throw yourself around and say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
so
she's
that's the
definitely
one
got the height. But like you said, she tends to lose out on a few of those battles.
Yep.
But, boy, she makes herself known for
She
sure.
does. She does.
Ellie Bronner's back in for the Bears. I like what Rose is doing. They're going to bring some subs in late, and I feel like make a hard push at this thing.
Sure. You just got to stay where you are right now. 28 minutes to go. Still scoreless.
This may
First
be the
sub
start
is coming.
of it here.
Kiana Martin coming in. First sub coming in for Ella Johnson.
Johnson played a big role in keeping Washington out of the goal there. Tyler Wilson getting ready to come in for the Bears.
There's Rose battling. But you just see the physicality kind of knocks you off your spot just a little bit. Here come the Bears. Scoring opportunity, just couldn't quite get it in her foot. Brett. Brett was thinking she might have a chance there.
They played her pretty tight all afternoon, and you got to hand it to them. She's the leading scorer for Washington. The focus is on her, obviously. So Rose-Hulman's done an excellent job all over her every time she's gotten an opportunity. Got to be strong in the middle right now. Engineers have pretty good spacing down there.
Engineers trying to hang with a nationally renowned program. Trying to get their first win ever.
Nice.
From WashU. Very nice there for McKee. Good pressure there by, I think that's Rodriguez. Is that correct?
Yep.
Good pressure again.
Just watching McKee. She got that takeaway. You know, she did a really good job of recovering. Once Washington got it back, went right back to her position. That's what you want to see. There's, as you mentioned, Washington's so physical with Rose, but they're keeping the intensity up.
Here comes this corner kick. Crosses
cleared everything
harmlessly. And Natalie Dillon. Natalie will send this. And here comes more pressure. Furlan. Engineers need to get it out of there. Furlan looking for a scoring opportunity. Kicks it out. Back into the box. And headed but toward the goal, but just a little wide.
Well, unfortunately, the Rose men fell today, 2-0 at Northern Ohio. So they fall to 4-1-2 on the season. That's their first loss, and now they get ready for conference play. Starts Wednesday at Mount St. Joseph in Cincinnati.
So the men couldn't quite get that comeback that we were hoping for. We'll see if the ladies here can get this win today. Knotted up at 0. 24 minutes and a little bit of change showing on the clock. I want to take a moment to say congratulations to the Pride of South Marching Band. Won the Avon Invitational today in class Scholastic A. Very proud of them. That's the 3 invitationals this season, 3 first place finishes.
Pretty
Band
good.
Is off to a fantastic start this season.
Pretty good little stretch for Terre Haute South.
I'm telling you, man. I tell you, they're just Kids are feeling really good about themselves right now, and rightly so.
It's a good deal.
Northview, as we get a shot on goal, Dylan unfazed. Northview actually will be performing at Avon this evening. Let's see. They actually will take the field, I believe, in 15 minutes.
Oh.
So I believe their performance time was 5:45. Their first tournament of the season, this marching season. So here comes Furlan. Just havoc on the pitch. Good clear that time by the Engineers. As here come more substitutions. A couple more starters for WashU. Let's see, Garachak's not a starter, but she played a lot. And I think also, who was the second? Was that Neltner?
It was Emma Riley McGahan?
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
For Rose, looked like Elsa King came in, Camille Clark.
Okay.
And I think Layton Lawrence just checked in.
So Lawrence had a really good stretch there in the first half, didn't she?
Yeah, she played pretty well. It looked like she wore down a little bit. I think that's why we saw the extended break for her. But, boy, she ought to be ready to go now.
That's right.
Now the subs coming in for Rose. Let's see if they can make a push here.
You know, that group that started the second half for Rose really did a great job.
Yeah, they really put a lot of pressure on Washington. And offensively, you know, that's the best we've seen out of them so far today. And defensively, held their own. There were a couple scary spots. But
now we see if starters can kind of pick up what they left off.
Yep.
Get one in the back of the net.
Let's see if we can move it downfield here.
And a whistle.
Not sure what that was.
I was looking at you. I was hoping you were going to say what that meant.
I tried to hear him, but I couldn't. Anyway, worked out in Rose's favor, it appears. So.
Trickling down to 21 minutes on the clock.
We are about to see Sarah Shoemaker come in. The Offensive Player of the Week for the Heartland Conference last week.
And Engineers at the top of the box. Battling. Rodriguez. Oh, and it gets cleared out of there. Uh-oh. Doesn't have numbers, but it doesn't matter. Here come the Bears. Streaking down the field is Brett. A right foot! Oh, just in front of the goal. Couldn't quite squeeze that one in, but Brett had an opportunity.
Kerrigan Furland was coming right down the middle, and oh boy, that was a close one.
Coming out is Alicia Rodriguez. Did a great job. You see who came in? Was that
Jessica Grieven came in for Washington in place of Riley Alvarez.
Was that Elsa King that came in?
Shoemaker just came in.
Oh, Shoemaker, thank you. That came in for Rodriguez. Thank you.
She's been the kind of the big offensive threat for the Lady Engineers lately.
We need that right now, don't we?
I think we might have had a handball there.
Engineers under 20 minutes to go. Trying to sneak one in here. We can get one past Sydney Connor is what they're trying to do.
Boy, and if you're Washington, you start to maybe have a few doubts about yourself.
I was thinking the same thing, Troy. You're onto something there. Engineers have just stayed right here. Oh, a good challenge by Ferdinand. Look at that. Physicality and great footwork. Takes on 3 Engineers, and boy, just about got out of there.
No, it didn't.
Loving it, Coach. Keep at it.
Getting called out for stuff, man. But no, you look at Washington, you really don't want another draw.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Play here. But they've had great pressure all day. Here's
another opportunity.
Chance.
Giannotti. And the Engineers able to kill. Oh, not what you wanted there. Oh, what an effort by Dylan.
Still in.
Wow. Tyler Wilson, I believe, who that was, sent that through. When you Engineers tried to clear it, didn't quite get enough of it, and it stayed in play. And you never know when the ball's going to carry them your way, do you?
No, it's, you've always got to be prepared. Jaden Gibson has come back in for Rose. She played really well in the first half.
Did. Glancing blow off the Engineers, and there you go. Try to get off the head, and the Engineers trying to get it out of there.
Whoa.
A long one.
That's
goes well over.
Get in the woods.
Uh-huh.
Not quite.
That's where you need one of those little kids to go get the ball.
That's not a little kid. But
no. Well,
Dustin and I were talking last match how some schools have the cannons and the bells they ring. We should put an elephant down here and have it trumpeting every time.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I'm not sure how you make them do it on command.
I don't know, but they can engineer. It's engineering school.
They
can figure it out.
They
can figure it out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Another opportunity here for the Bears. Off to Karam. Oh, just good physicality there. Oh. If they're going to let you get away with it, you be physical as you want. Wilson tried but couldn't quite. You're pushing people around and you're shoving around. That's my brand right there, Floyd.
Yeah. That was Kalina. Got a little bit too rough. Got called for it, so now Rose will be able to set up, hopefully move this thing downfield.
Got to be clean here. There's a lot of pressure. Yeah. And just kicking that thing away, and, that's what that pressure will do. Here comes Colino.
There we go.
Good clear.
I don't feel like Coach Conlon's real happy with Boy, they look good, though. They're a really good defensive team.
Yeah, they're just not executing offensively, and there's a collision there, a foul.
Wonder if some frustration coming out from Washington
I think
now.
so. I think so.
Getting a little over the top with.
I think the low pressure. Engineers in the final 15 minutes or so.
It's a really tough stretch for Washington, as we've mentioned several times. Played last night, again today.
Find the ball
in between.
Clark.
Here's Shoemaker.
Here we go. Clark with an opportunity, trying to make something happen. Getting hounded by WashU. Goes out about harmlessly. That's great pressure. WashU doesn't sit back and allow you to dictate.
No.
They're going to pressure you into, if you're going to get a shot off, you're going to really earn this thing.
Yeah, when it comes to who's run the show today, it's been Washington. Rose-Hulman has played well. Both ends. Their defense has been phenomenal to stop all the pressure from Washington. But you're right. I mean, the Bears are making Rose take the opportunities that Washington wants them to take.
They're dictating everything. Here comes Martin.
It's a good lead up there.
And that's what I'm talking about. The ball kind of carries loosely. Got to be there. Not quite there. Here comes WashU.
She's got help.
Big problem, as in could be a big problem. And Dylan says, nah, it's okay. Colino was a little bit farther back. Natalie Dillon, a great game tonight. Great job.
Well, you feel pretty good about the Engineers going into the conference.
You do. Efforts like this, and this is what you want to see, this type of effort day in and day out.
Oh, yeah. They've proven they can hang with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, flat out, shot for shot, they're going to be in every match they play.
Sending it across to Shoemaker. Shoemaker. And here comes WashU.
Got Kalina streaking ahead again.
And they couldn't get anything to build. Maggie Brett was trying to get something to build. She looking for that right opportunity. Couldn't find it. And we're going to get a corner kick by Vuskovic. And this is where you make your money when you're a great club. Last 12 minutes on the road, corner kick.
Nice.
And Dylan, what a great snag there. That was a good ball.
She's so good at reading them. I mean, she's a ball hawk if there ever was one.
That's right.
Can hear the benches from both teams trying to fire their girls up here right at the end of this. Who can make a push and win this thing?
Just get a little spark, a little oomph. Here comes Flynn. Trying to find Brett, couldn't find her. Flynn once again here on the left side. Oh, Rose good on that. Errant touch there by WashU gives Rose an opportunity. Now you got to get it out of there. Physical play, and Lawrence is there. Now Clark. Nobody home, though, as WashU is back. Karen Shack trying to set up action.
With some nice footwork.
You see several of the ladies with a really nice footwork today for WashU. Engineers holding their own today with a fantastic program. Who's that out on? Oh, boy. How do you call that one? That's a tough one right there. They met at the same time. I thought the ref said that way. Yep, he did. Okay.
You try to steal.
Yeah, you stand there with the ball until they tell you to put it down. I suppose I like that.
Markart back in for Rose.
Hold on. Still had a player getting off the field. Went a little bit too early. The throw in by Kylie McKee. Tough throw in there. Nobody home. And send ahead. And here comes Kalino. Collision. Got to get to the ball. Here comes Brett. Nobody running with her.
There we go.
Engineers clear it. Oh, boy. Woo. Tense moments with 9:40 to go. Quick throw in. Brett. Turn, looks. Engineers way.
Well, one thing's for sure, both these schools should be very thankful for the coaches they have.
That's right.
Two really, really good ones here with Coach Hellawell at Rose, Coach Conlon at Washington.
Both of these clubs looking for win number 4 on the season. WashU 3-1-4, and the Engineers 3-2-1 on the season. Very early, getting ready to get into conference play. Both of these squads are. Oh, my. They said that Karen Shack did not keep that ball in bounds. Coach Conlon not very happy with that call. It was a close one.
Yeah,
he's still in bounds.
Getting progressively more upset as we go.
Yeah, it's getting the clock is constricting. It's getting tight. So.
And you wonder, that's what I was thinking earlier, maybe this is getting a little frustrating, just draw after draw after draw for Washington. And they're used to winning. I mean, they're used to taking 19, 20 wins a season.
Sure.
And here you are sitting 3-1-4 right now. So
you
probably feel like you should have won a few of these.
This is one that I know that they feel that they should win.
Oh, yeah. They're not going to be satisfied with a draw.
No, this is one they feel they should win outright. And so that's where some of that frustration would come from. And that's no knock on Rose, but just you look at the level of the program.
Probably pretty happy with the draw, but man, it's one that maybe got away there too.
Sure.
So I'm not sure either side would be satisfied with that. But
Piskovich gets it to Flynn. And here comes WashU with under 8 to go. Clock seems like it's moving awfully fast, doesn't it, Troy?
It does. I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out today. It's nice to see so many people in the grandstands.
Great atmosphere today here at Rose. Here's that physical play once again, but Rose able to stick with the ball. Here comes Clark.
Just nobody home back there to help out.
Nope.
Get the feeling Rose is trying to bring this one home at the moment.
And decent effort there. Here comes Fredlin getting ready to sub back in. I didn't know she came back out, to be honest with you. I missed that.
They've been in and out so much. I mean, it's been more subs in this match than I've ever seen.
She comes in for Colino. I would imagine she'll be then in for the duration. Corner kick for the Bears. Ball bounced twice.
Good clear out. Good clear out. Chat with Coach Conlon here. He's getting pretty vocal.
There's been a lot of conversation going on with Coach Conlon and the ref, and I think the ref said, "Okay, we're gonna end this right here. We're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna talk about it real quickly, and then I don't want to hear about it anymore."
They have stopped the clock.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And I did think that the Lady Bear got thrown to the ground.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. He's got a point.
I think he's got a point here.
Now, the one a few minutes ago, the ball out of bounds, he probably wasn't right on that one. But
while we have a moment, thank our sponsors, Indiana Army National Guard, Culver's, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Our faithful sponsors. They help keep us on the air, and now we're going to get a foul by WashU, and it's going to go the other way quickly. And let's see. What we got? Clock stopped once again. We get a yellow card. Yes, we do get a yellow card.
Not sure who that's on.
I was hoping that you knew.
Boy, we don't pay attention to the same things.
Want to remind you, next broadcast, Wednesday evening, we turn our attentions to volleyball. DePaul will come to visit Rose-Hulman in volleyball. That'll be a 7 p.m. A start on Wednesday, September 28th. Be there or be square.
Ooh. Sounds like a threat.
Yeah, no, it does, doesn't it?
You doing the volleyball?
I actually will be in North Carolina Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be square.
You're going to be square.
I'll be checking it out online, though. That's the good thing about Indiana Sports Network. Wherever you are, at 7 p.m. on Thursday, on that Wednesday, Lord willing, I'll be back in my hotel room after a long day's work, and be able to tune in to Indiana Sports Network on my laptop.
I flipped it on there last night and kind of laughed at you guys.
Yeah, I bet you did. There's a lot to laugh at.
Nicole Schmidt has come in. I think that's her first time in the game for Washington.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Only 5 minutes left here.
It's crunch time here. I know WashU wants to, boy, they want to dent that scoreboard, and Rose-Hulman, I think, might want to even more.
Yeah. And real quickly, once again, see if we got something going. No.
Look at all those numbers back for WashU. You're hard to challenge that, but we're going to do it anyway. Here comes Rose. Is that Shoemaker? Nope. What an effort! What a save! Sydney Connor! Mercy sakes! Woo!
Lane Lawrence fired one in there. Boy, that's the best shot Rose has had all game.
That's right.
Now don't let them return the favor.
No. Boy,
real quickly, once again, thanks to the Gray Matters Brain Cancer Foundation for being here today. Brought out some fans for a great, thing, and we certainly wish them the best in their pursuit of a cure.
Got to find a cure. Just absolutely have to. Rose-Hulman trying to find a solution. I don't want to call it a cure since we're talking about something so serious, but trying to find a solution to the defense that is Washington University. Not able to find it quite yet, but they got close a couple of times. WashU trying to do the same thing, trying to get it past old Natalie Dillon. Here's an effort here.
Okay.
Brett, 1v1 opportunity. Brett looking for,
Nice.
Furlan was close, just a trickle behind.
This is another one of those moments. Look out.
Dillon on the post. Woo, what a save.
Boy, oh boy.
What a save. Natalie Dillon only 5'2". She gave every inch that she had.
Sometimes it's a cop-out to call the goalkeeper your player of the game, but she has saved Rose today on several occasions.
What an effort. Corner kick. Punch out. Ball still loose.
Good job.
What a clear. What a clear.
Camille
2:40 to
Clark
go.
got that one out.
Last couple of moments. How many more opportunities will you have if you're Rose-Hulman?
Boy, if you're Rose right now, just clear it out of there.
Yes.
This is getting risky.
Marquardt just to get a body on it. And there you're talking about just clear it out. Rose-Hulman, can you advance it at all? Nope. Foster sends one in. Off the post again. They're sending them high, aren't they?
They are. They're doing that on purpose.
Yes.
They're using Dillon's height against her here.
That's right.
A great goalkeeper, but she only stands 5'2".
Yeah.
And that's the last two shots we've seen. I mean, she's maxed out trying to stop these things. Take your time, Natalie.
Rose got to get to it. We do. Here comes Lauren. A little bit more on that. Lawrence. 90 seconds. Uh-oh, here we go.
Look it up.
This could be the opportunity. There's one in the box. Shoemaker's there!
Oh.
Shoemaker still with it. Down to 110. Now McKee.
Hey.
Pressure from the backside.
Oh,
Should be a
God.
corner.
1 minute remaining in the second half.
Nope, a throw in.
Oh, McKee got flattened.
She did. She did. That's that physicality. Got away with it that time. Under a minute now. This could be the last gasp. Good quite coming with it. Here we go. McKee. Shoemaker looking. Sends one across. Nobody home. Can we get it back? Back on our foot.
Lawrence.
Back to Lawrence. She'll send it across. Just too high. And that should be about it. Down to 12 seconds. Connor's going to give it a mighty kick.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
just too far away, and boy, what an effort. What an effort today. Two really good clubs that couldn't quite dent the scoreboard. As boy, Troy, just those last 5 minutes started to get a little hairy, a little dicey. We'll step aside quickly, come back with a abbreviated post-game show. You're watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer on the Indiana Sports Network.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact. Work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have. And that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Okay. After 90 minutes, Troy, it took 90 minutes, and nobody could get on the scoreboard. What a great effort here this evening on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Washington University and Rose-Hulman both a draw.
Yeah, I mean, both of these clubs can obviously hang with anybody. I mean, the defenses we saw today are super impressive. Rose-Hulman, I think you got to feel pretty good for all the shots they took there.
Yes.
I mean, Washington was sending them in left, right, and middle on about all match. And Rose withstood. Natalie Dillon, just an excellent job today. Very impressed with her. She's always fun to watch, but extra special today. I don't know if Washington's going to be super happy about this one. Probably could have came away with a victory, but, they're going to head home for a match and then off on the road again. So we'll wish them well as their season continues. But if you're the Rose-Hulman ladies, hey, that's 5 matches in a row without a loss. You got to feel good about that.
That's exactly right. And another draw, their second draw in a row. This one to a really, really good team, a team that very well could be in the Division III National Tournament at the end of the season. Next game up for Rose-Hulman will be this upcoming Wednesday. We will not have it here on the airwaves, but they'll start conference season with Mount St. Joe's as the Lions will come to face the Engineers, and hopefully the Engineers can go 1-0 in conference season starting on Wednesday. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday, but we'll be inside the Holbert Arena for volleyball as who did I say? Who did I say? I just lost it that quick. DePaul. DePaul will come for volleyball, non-conference affair. 7 p.m. Coach Rachel Solari-Delsey will try to get her squad off to a good start here in the 2022 season. I want to thank our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor, Indiana Army National Guard. Our pregame sponsor, Culver's. Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bilmo. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Great Dane, Hamilton Center. Lentz Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Cannon Harper, Amy Metcalf, and Brevin Harper are camera operators today, and Tony Harper, our producer and director. I want to thank Troy Wiltzine for carrying me today. And this is Walter Gordon saying thank you for watching. This has been a production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC.
You are watching Rose-Hulman Women's Soccer on the Indiana Sports Network. This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.